What's going on, you guys? It's Decal coming at you with another video. Today I wanted to play The Sims 2 a little bit while also talking about InZoi. Stoked for it to come out. I've been following this since mid last year. I know there's a lot of content creators that have talked about the game. The game's going to be released here on the 28th. My time would be the 27th, like 7 p.m. And then they recently just sent out a kind of like spec sheet. So I kind of wanted to talk about a few different things and what system I'll be playing on and things like that. What I just saw right now was like little dust. Like it just, I don't know. I guess maybe because of my light. But also I have been kind of like under. So I have a cough drop in my mouth. Hopefully that doesn't affect too much of the video. And then also feeling like shit. And then this is like my 5th, 6th time recording the video. Not even just that. My freaking puppy has been chewing the fuck out of my feet. Like my toes, literally. And my freaking wires. I don't know. She's crazy. But let's go ahead. I'm going to start The Sims 2. Also, to have a new setup. The setup is pretty cool. Especially having, a microphone and having the computer set up to like record, stream, and all that stuff is really cool. So I'm just going to load it up here. I already made my character in my home. And like 2 guests over. And then 1 died. And I think they came back to life or something like that. I don't freaking know. But anyways, here we go. We loading it up. We starting. We getting to it. And yeah. And hopefully my voice isn't too loud. I can kind of like hear myself with the headphones. That's why I have it on. But just kind of like a little background. So The Sims 2 was my all-time favorite game playing on the PlayStation 2. When I played, I was like 10. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and greet this guy. So like in elementary school, I went like 3rd, 4th, 5th, like that. I was pretty young. I'm 29 now. I was gonna pick that up. But anyways, like the house that I made, obviously I don't have that much money. I didn't use any cheats or anything. So I put some kind of like palm trees out here in my lot. And then I got like a little, kind of like the only back door, like double door type thing they got in the game. I wanted like a little patio here once I get more money. And then I made the kitchen. As you can see, those are the 2 memorial stones. And then over here is my living room area, and then in here I have my little restroom that me and the guests can go in and out from. I don't know why I didn't make a door to my bedroom. I meant to do that. And then my bedroom, just 1 bed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So pretty simple. So I got 1 friend over. Let's go ahead and turn on the music. I realized that I kept playing the Paramore song over and over. So let me just put a station on so that I cycle through them. My favorite was all pop music. Yeah, it was the pop music, so I had to think about that for a second. So, let's see what our sim needs to do. I guess we can dance for a little bit. That thing doesn't sound fun to me right now. Okay, well then what do you want to do? You want to go take a shit? But yeah, so InZoi again is coming out for me. I'm here in Texas, so I believe it's the 27th at 7 p.m. Is that Central Time? It's really cool. It's supposed to come out on the 28th, of course, for the rest of the world. And then depending on where you live, obviously, America side, we're going to be getting it a day before because, like a day behind or whatever. That's cool. As far as it being, I don't know how to say it. I think it's going to be a very popular game. Like, even on release, I think a lot of people are going to be freaking downloading it. So I'm kind of hoping that a lot of people don't download it at the same time because a lot of people are downloading it. It might be slow for everyone else, but hopefully they kind of figure out like the server stuff, like however the downloads are going to happen so that everyone can download it and like no problems or anything like that. But like, InZoi was kind of inspired by The Sims 2. The reason why I say that is because this game, like I said, was like my favorite all-time game. I don't know why it just felt so different and fresh. It felt fresh. It felt new, and the fact that you can, you can control your like person like this. I don't understand why they didn't continue making all the Sims like this. I like really missed out on opportunity, but maybe everyone kind of just clicking on things and selecting like, okay, you want to use the toilet, then use the mouse or whatever. In this game, you can kind of still do that. So Sims, I think it was like the Sims or Sims busting out. Oh, whoops. It's one of these. Yeah. So you press select, see you do it the way like the Sims and the Sims busting out is. And you pick on like what you want. And then your Sim will like do its own thing. So that's kind of nice. But it's still the Sims 2 or PS2 or Sims 2 in general was the best Sims ever. But let's go ahead and pull up this from InZoi. And by the way, if no one knows, so that I can talk about it now, I actually entered a contest with InZoi It was an art contest. It was the 2024 art contest, I believe, in like November, December. And I was actually one of the winners. I was one of the 20 that won, and they sent us some stuff. So I do have a video on my channel if you guys want to check that out. It's like a reel or whatever you call it, short. So if you want to look at that, I kind of show the things that they sent me, but I have like a placemat. I have a cup that they had sent me, an InZoi cup. And then I have like kind of like a little pop that you stick on the back of your phone where you can hold it. And then they sent me some stickers, and then I got the little cat paw print. So pretty cool or something, but really nice of them to send me that stuff. It kind of took a long time to get, but really nice once I got it. Oh, I hope he goes to work, because or did he get off of work? He was probably going to work, but I probably messed it up. But yeah, so on Steam, I gotta refresh my notifications because Steam app just updated. Dang, I already got off of work. The time went by pretty fast. I don't know what's up with my internet. Okay, so of course the update from InZoi, system requirements and optimal settings for InZoi. So InZoi delivers high quality graphics and realistic city level simulations, which require higher system specifications to run smoothly. While the minimum and recommended system requirements are already listed on the Steam page, we wanted to provide a more and comprehensive breakdown of these specifications and how they might impact your gameplay experience. As such, we've categorized the system requirements into 4 tiers and provided the optimal game settings for each tier: minimum, medium, recommended, and high. And of course, this is all on their page, so it's something that you can view. So 2, what is optimal settings? Optimal settings ensure your experience the game on your current PC in the best way possible. Since InZoi was developed using Unreal Engine 5, adjusting the game settings can lead to significant differences in experiences, even on systems with identical specifications. Let's explore how different factors impact gameplay and which settings you'll need to experience InZoi in the best way possible. Which factors affect optimal settings? Higher resolutions put a more load on GPU as they require rendering at a greater amount of pixels. And then I kind of have another, like, if you're not familiar with technical details, how should you set your settings up for InZoi? So that's listed here. It's kind of a lot, but basically for better graphics, you maximize the game's visual quality, may cause occasional frame drops and longer loading times. And the best simulations optimize the simulation speed and ensure smoother gameplay, but may reduce visual quality. And then there's a YouTube video that they have. It's basically showing the graphics comparison. So with the ones that they have, they were the minimum, medium, recommended, and high. To me personally, when it comes to medium, recommended, and high, they all kind of look similar. The only one that looks completely different is minimum. Minimum, you can tell there's less shadows than you're walking, obviously, to not use like as much computer load. And then when you view someone, it kind of looks like from a distance, it kind of looks like their face is like transparent, not transparent, more ghost looking. So it looks like they took away some of maybe like the polys or whatever it's called that they use to make a more solid figure of the person that you've made or whoever the Zoi is. But one of the most important things I wanted to mention to you guys as well is that InZoi does have a commitment to every player that joins InZoi and the team. And their commitment is basically, as I mentioned earlier, InZoi delivers high quality graphics and a realistic city level simulations, which require higher system specifications. While these requirements ensure the best possible gameplay experience, we remain committed to making InZoi accessible for more players. We plan to implement a feature that automatically adjusts the game settings to provide the best possible experience. Additionally, we will continue to work on optimizations to improve performance while finding ways to lower system requirements without compromising overall quality. So the conclusion, InZoi is still in preparations for early access, which means that there's room for improvement. Some aspects of the current version may feel somewhat limited in both quantity and quality. Our team is committed to embracing the InZoi experience for creators. We truly appreciate the patience and continued support, and we look forward to seeing you in early access. Thank you, the InZoi team. And then also one more thing I wanted to talk about was something that they had in the AMA questions. It was actually something that I had asked. I don't know if it was a question that they had answered specifically for like my question, but I did asking in the chat, and then I started to see more people asking the same question. So the question that I had asked was basically, can InZoi play, like, is it playable on the Steam Deck? And the reason why I asked is because obviously they're releasing the game on Steam, and when it comes to Steam, you know, there's some games that they have that are optimized specifically to play on the Steam Deck. So they basically said, the question was, is InZoi compatible with Steam Deck? They said yes, but it has not officially been optimized with Valve. The game runs fine, but you may need to adjust settings. So with that, I'm assuming that we may have to lower some of the visuals. So another game that I believe actually runs off of Unreal Engine, or at least Unreal Engine 4, is Palworld. So Palworld runs off of Unreal Engine 4, but I think they switched it to Unreal Engine 5. I think something like that. But either way, the game is going to be optimized to play. So for me specifically, when I play Palworld on my Steam Deck, I can technically play on ultra settings or the most highest settings. However, when I'm playing my settings or like I use a dock as well. So when I have it connected and I'm playing on my screen, my CPU usage like 99%, like 98%, and then the fan cooling on it is about 79, 80. And I know if you keep it at least at 80 or under, at least as far as the temperature, you're fine, you're good. But as long as it doesn't get any hotter than that, then, you know. But the only thing is that the Steam Deck kind of runs hot, and it does run. So my kind of concern over time, if you're playing the game, you know, are you going to be burning the system out faster? And then it depends too, right? Like, how long are you going to be playing? How the temperature in your room, is your fan working? Do you have an extra fan? You know, things like that. So I lowered the settings a little bit. Even with lowering the settings, I'm still running about 79 to 80%, even if it's a low setting. So the game still runs fairly high. However, it does run smooth. Palworld, I will say, even just starting up, maybe like the first minutes, it may be a little laggy and stuff, but after a few minutes, the game smooths itself out, and then it starts working perfectly fine with the settings that I have. Maybe I can do a video and show y'all what it looks like. But from my understanding, the Unreal Engine is good. People make games on it. I think it's very optimized for Steam Deck and a lot of computers and things like that, because it's just very versatile. And I know it's a wider used system because it's more tailored to like indie developers and higher end developers. Another thing too is Planet Coaster 2. So they use, I think, an engine is like Cobra, and Cobra is only specifically for companies or whatever. It's private, so I guess you have to pay for it. However that works. But Cobra is a really good system too for like simulation games. Hence Planet Coaster. And Planet Coaster is a really good game because it's all pretty much simulation. And there's a lot of, I've recently played it and I have 5,000 guests in the game. On my Steam Deck still runs fine, especially with updates. As they keep rolling out these updates, the game gets more optimized and it runs smoother. However, my CPU does still run high, and it still runs about 79 temperature, 80, but it still runs fine. Now, I haven't maxed out the whole deck and everything, and I do have it on a lower settings on Planet Coaster. So with the updates, I know that it can help our systems, but I just thought I'd explain that to some people that may not know, or to maybe some of you like hesitant on what's the cheapest thing that I can get to play the game. I think the best bet, because if you're like a 10th gen computer, you're going to be like 700 and more. And ideally, yeah, content creators may be playing on the best computer, but us as normal people, we don't have that type of money. So for now, I would say don't go out of your way and go buy a computer and spend all that money on something that you can't even afford, because then you're going to have to pay for it in the long run if you're using credit cards or using Afterpay or anything like that. So I would say wait for the game to come out, see how it runs on your system, even trimming down the settings, optimize it to your computer and see how it runs. And if it runs fine, then I say, hey, play the game. Obviously, keep your computer cool if you can keep it cool, or add an extra fan, or do something that's cheaper than going out and buying a $700 computer. For me, I'm gonna go ahead and play on my Steam Deck when it comes out, and I'm gonna try to stream it and showcase it. But other than that, I'm not gonna be spending anything right now. As much as I want to get a new computer, I already have two computers that are set up. They're a little bit, I mean, my Steam Deck and my older computer. But as for like right now, you know, I'm just gonna use what I have to just play the game and see how it goes. And it looks like InZoi in the crafting team is really committed to making sure that the game is optimized for as much players as possible and for us to play the game. But with that, I am going to go ahead and head out, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.